Okay, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Andy. I'm from IES-INCA, standing for Institution of Engineers Singapore Incubator Accelerator. And we are very happy to be partnering IPI to organize today's networking and collaboration discussion session. Yeah, and I'm sure by now all of you have seen the link to the Innovation Challenge is right here. Do click it and take a look at the statements as we are presenting if you like, and also look through the FAQs that's already present there. Okay, so let me do a quick intro of who IES-INCA is for those who are new joining us for the first time today. Yeah. Okay, IES extends from the Institution of Engineers Singapore, which has been around since 1966, and its mission is to promote science and professional engineering for the well-being of mankind. And the vision of IES is to be the heart and voice of engineers, to be the national body for engineers in Singapore. Okay, and all engineers are welcome to join us as a member, and you can participate in many activities involving engineers. Okay, this is our IES Council. It consists of members from private sector, government sector, as well as the institution of higher learning, polys and universities. And our current president is Dr. Richard Kwok. He works in SMRT. Yeah. Okay. And our IES is divided in different technical committees in the various clusters, and it covers different areas of engineering. Those of you in these areas are welcome to join the committees to promote networking and also professional development and learning. Yeah. Okay. So now I come to IES-INCA. So IES being around for a long time extended into IES-INCA, and our role is really to support technology entrepreneurs and also to connect them to mentors and investors so that they can build sustainable and successful ventures. Okay. Our mission is to support these ventures in engineering translation, accelerating products to market while meeting the milestones, right? And our vision is to have a vibrant engineering venture and entrepreneurship community that really transforms life through the innovation and technology. Okay. Our unique selling proposition is that we are linked to IES, the largest body of engineers. We are recognized as the national body for engineers and can lead this engineering movement for the new economy and to help to harness engineering talent towards building some of these strategic technology products that benefits our country. And lastly, we aim to be the hub for all engineering related activities, joining the university polys, research institutes, and also the industry. Okay. This is our board of directors. We have engineer Edwin, who is our chairman, and we have engineers from different fields, as well as non-engineers who support us in the finance and also the business side of things, advising us in how to grow IES-INCA as well. Okay. So in short, what does IES-INCA do? We work with teams that are have completed their customer discovery and validation process. They want to grow. We help in business structuring, business planning, and helping to source fundraising for them. And we do this through our mentor network that we assign to the incubatees. And we also extend into the IES network for business development, as well as collaboration opportunities. And companies exit incubation when they have the executable business plan and the necessary funding to execute that plan. Okay. Yeah, these are our focus areas as IES-INCA: infrastructure technology, building related materials, processes, and facilities management, IoT for industrial purpose and smart cities, robotics automation, and clean tech sustainability. Yeah. Okay. And we have various partners, and IPI is really one very important one that we started a long time ago, and various partners that help us in the extension into the market, also provide us contacts for incubatees as well. And together with ISCA, the Institute of Singapore Chartered Accountants, which is the national body for CFOs and accountants, we have built a network of investors that have $12.12 billion to invest. Again, you must have the best plan to attract them. Yeah. Okay. We also have outreach to SMEs. We know SMEs struggle a lot with innovation and growth. We have a panel of consultants that are broad-based and able to consult with some of the SMEs who want to relook at their business model, relook at their growth strategies, relook at their innovation plans and to be able to be prepared for the developing dynamic business environment. So if you are keen as an SME, do sign up at this link, and all the slides will be shared with you so you can click on all the links later. Okay, we also have courses to help engineers transform to be technopreneurs and also entrepreneurs. So some of the skills that are complementary to technical skills are critical thinking, uh, business strategy, strategic marketing, and also how to do sales, very important. Yeah. Okay. So feel free to contact me with more information. Later we'll have breakout session where we can talk to you more directly. Yeah? Okay. Yeah. So this is all the slides I will share. I will now invite Ben from IPI to give you a quick brief on the opportunity in the Abu Dhabi challenge. And as you go along, feel free to use the chat to enter questions or introduce yourself or which areas you are participating in and can contribute to any of the challenges. Okay, I will also prompt you along to give some, like, please do enter your information into the chat as we go and let's have an active conversation. Over to you, Ben.
Thank you, Andy, and also thank you, Jimmy, for actually inviting me to attend this networking session. So it's a pleasure that to meet everybody here, and yeah, today is actually why I'm here today is really to, as I think Andy has mentioned, is really to share about the Abu Dhabi and Singapore Joint Innovation Challenge with all your guys. And hopefully through this session, you'll garner your interest to submit proposal. But do bear with me maybe for the first 5 minutes to allow me to share about IPI. I'm not sure, I guess most of you all might not be familiar with IPI. So I'll just give a short 5-minute introduction of IPI. Just give me a minute. Okay. 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 So what is IPI? IPI actually I would say is a subsidiary of Enterprise Singapore. So our mandate for us is to really to help the local SMEs to grow beyond what they are today. That means to say through adoption of technology. That is mainly our key mandate. So we are helping SMEs or even Singapore enterprises that in need of technology and looking to novel technology to grow their business or even to improve their process, manufacturing process or others. So we do what we do is that we do a so-called a technology kind of a scouting and matching to help these SME and local enterprises to fulfill their needs. Yeah. So to be more precise, so what we do offer is there are a series of innovation services that we do. So on the part where the open innovation services are, we do technology scouting, meaning to say we do help company to identify technology that they need, and with that we identify potential tech provider. From there we do facilitate this kind of discussion with the tech seeker. So with that, what we hope is to get a technology matching end of the day. And the second one under the Open Innovation Challenge, Open Innovation Services is the Technology Landscape Study. In short, is the TLS. So what we do is that we do provide an insight study of a technology that the so-called the enterprises or the SME owner is looking for. So just a quick example, such as like lithium battery. So I think 2 years ago or 1 year ago, we do provide a technology landscape study into this topic, where we give an insight on what are the upcoming technology in these lithium battery areas. Yeah. So and also who are the player in this field. And of course, the third one will be the innovation challenge, which what I'm going to present to you all later. So what IPI do is to create a platform to allow the local SME enterprises to, to have an opportunity to work with the corporates. So corporates are largely the challenge statement owner. So what they do is that we work with them to develop a problem statement that they are looking at. And with that, we then go tech scout, or we even go to crowdsource for potential, technology provider, such as from the SME startup, or even the larger enterprises. Yeah. Then the second part of it is the Innovation Advisor Program, IAP. So this program is, in fact, it was set up 1 year ago. So the key main objective of this program is really to look into how the local SME or enterprises, they can grow in terms of their helping them to refine their business model, helping them to even to develop new products. So these are all these advisor are, in fact, C-suite level type of people, which they have actually retired from well-known MNCs such as like Nestle, from other semicon related industry. So they step down from what the role that they have, and decide to volunteer to help the SME and the enterprises in Singapore. And of course, IPI having just not only the so-called the tapping on the people expertise, we do also we do understand about the digital needs. So we do also provide a platform where we provide tech offer and technique. So tech offer is something that, let's say a company does have a so-called a novel technology, but not the off-the-shelf kind of market technology. So they can come to IPI to request if their technology can be uploaded into the portal. So for us is that we do weekly provide such technology to our community, such that people who are in need, or SME that or enterprise that in need of this technology, they may use our platform to inquire more details. Yeah, so it's more of like a advertising kind of a role. So for the tech need is a role that we help the enterprises to actually source for potential technology that they are in need of. Yeah, and of course, with that, we also complement with our tech scouting, where my colleagues who is in the technology area, they do tactical scouting, where they purposely go and identify certain technology that have high potential to meet the enterprise needs. Yeah, and of course we have the tech expert and the technology bundle. So tech expert is another area where we work with a pool of people that they offer their expertise in terms of technical side, not in the business side, unlike the innovation advisory. So the tech expert is someone where we connect them to enterprises where they maybe require certain technical expertise to perhaps to integrate their manufacturing process, or even developing new products. So these are services that we help the local enterprises. And of course, just want to also share that through this platform, we have an upcoming flagship program or event that is called Tech Innovation. So it will be held on 28th to 30th September, which perhaps later I can share the link to Andy. So maybe Andy can trouble you to share with the attendee here. So this is a so-called a technology brokerage event, where we help tech seeker to connect with the tech provider in this mega event. And of course, in this event, it's not only the technology brokerage event, but we also do organize challenges that perhaps end of the day you all can also explore and participate. Yeah. So I think yeah. So apart from this so-called the tech matching part, I think IPI also believe in providing or enhancing the SME, their knowledge, or in terms of the insights. So we do provide daily. We do provide the webinar and also innovation workshop to people like you, so that end of the day you can bring back and help in improving in terms of your company. Yeah. So basically, this is the overall of what IPI is providing to the local enterprises. So you may be asking, like, so what IPI is good at in which industry? So in this slide, we actually work with, if you see in this slide, we actually work with quite a diverse industry, where we work from healthcare, electronics, all the way to even infocom and personal care, which is in the health sector. So basically focusing on the medtech part. Yeah. And yeah, So how do we work with how do we get to know, like, who are the potential tech provider, who can provide this technology? So how we do is that we actually work globally. So we have a worldwide kind of innovation nodes, or we call it the innovation partner that we work with. So let's say, example, like in perhaps there's this technology that is in Japan that is just developed, and maybe it's something that is of interest to our local enterprises. We do connect with our Japan counterpart, which is through the Japan Science and Technology Agency, and also the Japan IP network. So these are partners that we work with to help to connect these tech provider to our local enterprises. Yeah. So I think I will end this. So I can share this corporate deck with Andy, so that maybe if possible, Andy can also share with the attendees here. Yeah. So let me quickly unshare this slide and go back to the Abu Dhabi info deck. Just give me a minute. Yeah. Okay. I believe most of you all have seen the problem statement, but perhaps let me just to give you all a recap about this challenge. So just to give a background, in fact, this challenge actually came out from a initiative from between our local Singapore government and the Abu Dhabi government. So what happened is that our local government and Abu Dhabi has a yearly kind of a forum that they interact with. So this so-called the Open Innovation Challenge came out from this exchange, and it is the first time, in fact, they are doing this. And the whole objective is really to allow the SMEs or the local enterprises to have an opportunity to work with large corporates in Abu Dhabi. Yeah. So who are the corporates that are actually participating in this first so-called OI challenge? Is Abu Dhabi National Oil Company, followed by Mazda, and followed by the Department of Municipalities and Transport, in short PMT, which is their so-called their LTA and MND government in combination, yeah, equivalent. Yeah. So below in this slide, you can see this is the link that you can access to the portal also. So later part, I'll also share about the portal, because I want to let you all know that there are actually a lot of info that you can obtain from the portal itself. I understand that Andy and Jimmy has actually shared the FAQ and the videos. So perhaps I will just quickly go through for the benefit of those who did not get this info. And yeah, in terms of the challenge benefit, right? Yes, so in this challenge is quite I would say compared to other challenges that I've done before, I would say this challenge is unique, apart from just allowing the local and the Singapore enterprises to participate only. So apart from that, ESG is also providing the support through their funding through this enterprise development grant. And apart from that, the Abu Dhabi side is also very keen to attract a company like yours to come to locate in Abu Dhabi through this kind of platform. So they wouldn't say just come and locate, but they do provide incentives such as like tax rebate, such as like in terms of funding. They do provide that. Yeah. So these are things that they do provide. And apart from that, I understand that some of the attendees might be a startup. So for Abu Dhabi side, there is also there's this startup so-called center that is governed by the ADIO, Abu Dhabi Investment Office, which is the Hub 71. So this is the entity that actually look after the startup in Abu Dhabi. Yeah. So I would say, I would do welcome you all to participate in this platform to get to know about these entities. I think is an opportunity. Yeah. So this is some of the background on the Abu Dhabi side, like the Abu Dhabi Investment Office, the ADNOC, which is the world leading oil producer. So in terms of the challenge statement, you'll be asking, why are they developing city? Why are they not looking at oil? Yeah. But for this purpose, right, because ADNOC, he actually own a city, a small city, where there are 22,000 staff actually live in this city called Ruwais. So ADNOC is actually looking at redeveloping this city to allow company or high-tech company to come in. So this is part of their initiative. So they are taking this OI challenge as an opportunity to attract more newer kind of technology where they can actually deploy in these Ruways. Yeah. And Mazda, I believe some of you all who have actually visited Abu Dhabi, Mazda is a place where I think you shouldn't miss, because this is a place where they test all types of sustainable technology in Mazda City. So this city is in fact a flagship kind of a city, or use it as a flagship project, where once the implementing of the technology is successful, they will implement into other parts of Abu Dhabi. Yeah. So for the last one, which is DMT, yep. So this is the government entity. They are also redeveloping some of the areas, such as their public space, where they are looking at sustainable solutions. And of course, the other one is on their road, where they are looking at how they can enhance their so-called current status of their street lighting. Yeah. So I will pause here, and with this, if there's no other questions, I will go into the challenge portal just to give a snapshot of quickly to give a snapshot of where you all can get the data. Yeah, I'll just stop sharing this. Okay, just give me a minute. All right. Okay, just a minute. Okay, so this is the so-called the challenge portal, the Open Innovation Challenge portal, the main landing page. So in this main landing page, it does list out like why some of the things that I actually mentioned before in the slide. And I think to get into more of the details, like in terms of the technical questions, you can feel free to download the FAQ. Yeah, where I think Andy has shared with you guys. So yeah, any other question from this FAQ, you're welcome to ask at this so-called the networking session. I will try my best to answer. And of course, I do encourage you all to go and listen to the challenge briefing video, where it will give more details. Yeah. So these are this section below. Following down is the challenge statement, where you can actually click on individual of this statement and go into to know more about it. Yeah. And of course, coming to the why participate part, where the funding opportunity also available. So you can actually click on all these link. So it does show what are the so-called the possible funding that I just mentioned. And of course, this is in terms of the evaluation criteria. These are the four broad criteria. So of course, there will be a detailed one I have to say, but it will be with the corporate itself. So which I will not be sharing with you all here. Yeah. And who is eligible to participate? As mentioned here before, this is a so-called a challenge that is very unique, that is open to local enterprises, but we do welcome the overseas company to participate, but that it will be through a partnership with the local enterprises. Yeah, that will be then allowed to join in this challenge. And coming down, the most important thing, which is the challenge timeline. So what we are looking now is 29 July, 4 p.m. is the deadline for the proposal submission. Yeah. Yeah, I think I will stop here, and yeah, I'm open for any questions. Yeah. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ben.
Yeah,
And
no,
okay, welcome to ask any question to Ben. If it's not clear in the website or in
yes.
the slides, certainly I think many participants would want to know how are they going to fund this thing.
Yes.
Yeah, so Narong has asked the first question. How does the funding for the challenge come about? Is it from ESG? What are the requirements? What is the size of funding?
Okay.
Then specifically, how would IHLs join? Yeah.
Okay. So for in terms of the funding, right? Enterprise Singapore will still evaluate the, not say the proposal, but more of the funding request that is from the company. So with that, once they will look at the eligibility part, which I think Enterprise Singapore have a quite a standardized funding criteria, like 30% local shareholding, all this. Yeah. But in terms of participating in this challenge, we just require the company to be Singapore registered. Yeah. So with that, I think there's another question that you just now Andy has asked about the what is that? Sorry, Andy.
IHLs, yeah.
IHL, right? So
Yeah.
so in this challenge itself, I think the challenge statement owner is not looking at technology readiness level like 5 to 6, but more towards the 7 and above. Yeah. So I will encourage whoever from the IHL to really to partner with a local SME to see how we can develop this solution and implement into their cities. Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi. Yeah. Good afternoon.
Tony,
Thanks for the presentation. I'm
sure.
Tony. I just actually just wanted to build on that question asked earlier on financing. Yeah. From
yes.
side.
Sure.
By Narong. Okay. Look, most of the time they would actually, as in investors or funding, would expect some sort of share or debt or equity. So what kind of format are we looking to raise? Say if I have a solution that I want to push to this challenge, this problem statement, and I need the funding, right?
Okay.
Now, when ESG or whoever that is going to provide this funding, what do they expect in return specifically? Is it shares or yeah?
I don't think so. If you are local enterprises, right, that fulfill the ESG criteria, right, I think what ESG actually help to fund the development part. Yeah.
Okay.
But in terms of the test bidding part, I think this will be a separate discussion with the challenge statement owner. Yeah.
Challenge statement owner as
which is the Abu Dhabi corporates, the 3 corporates that I mentioned before.
Okay.
Yeah.
So means at the start, right? Say I want to build my most viable product. I can get my money from ESG Singapore to develop that. Now, of course, once I have the product, whether or not I get funding to enter and to test is all highly dependent on the Abu Dhabi side.
Yes, but of course, I wouldn't say ESG won't be supporting. It actually depends on them because for EDG side, they do, to be frankly speaking, they do not have a fixed value. So it depends on the project. Yeah.
If I already have a product, I mean, just for future reference, if I already have a product that is ready, this is already something that I can deploy. It's a solution that I believe will work.
So that is very subjective already because in the other challenges, one of the so-called the solution provider, they got shortlisted by this corporate, but they are not being funded by the Enterprise Singapore because it's actually already funded before, which means to say their product is already developed. Yeah.
So it has to be, I mean, to get a high chance of funding, it has to be pre-developed, means pre-MVP lah.
Yeah, in a way, or I would say if you are able to do more of the integration part, then maybe that is of other consideration. But
sure.
Yeah, because this funding part, to be frank, IPI do not have access info into it lah. So this is based on our past experience.
Of course.
Maybe ask you a few questions to add on to that. I think most of the funding is coming from the ESG's EDG kind of grants lah. So if you look into the portal, you'll see that. Understand we have a mix of innovators who have new technology, and then what we also want to kind of promote is the bigger SMEs who have the financial muscle lah to work together to support some of these innovations. So task to this collaboration is really to know who we have here, whether you are the innovators or you are the I would say bigger brother lah that can help the innovators go to market. Certainly Abu Dhabi would pay for the solution, right? At the end of the day.
Yes and no. I cannot, I wouldn't say a sure yes lah. Because end of the day, it really, as I think I shared before to you, Andy, is that it really depends on the end of the day when they look at the solutions.
Yeah.
Like, okay, for cases like DMT, maybe I just share a bit more. So DMT, as a government entity, they are looking at this platform to seek you know, like what do you call that, the operator to actually operate the solution in Abu Dhabi. So it's like some kind of PPP kind of model. So let's say when they look at the solution, let's say a local SME or enterprise submit a proposal, and they got shortlisted. So what they will do is that they will allow you all to test bed it, and once the test bed is successful, they are okay with it, then they give you the right to operate deployment in their other area of the cities. And with that, they will also ask how the revenue model, they will allow you to, you know, to get revenue from this operation. Yeah. So that is how they are going to do it. Yeah. In fact, in Abu Dhabi side, this is a common model they are doing now for.
I mean, the question would be like, who will pay for the test bedding,
Yeah.
right?
Test bedding wise, I would say that depends on Enterprise Singapore, because as I mentioned before, the test bedding and the development part is uncertain. Yeah.
Okay, we will assume for now ESG will support since
Correct,
you're trying to help you to go overseas to Abu Dhabi.
Yes,
okay,
correct.
Tong Yi, maybe ask you, are you a startup or are you like bigger SME or big SME?
Yeah, sure. So just to share a bit more, if you don't mind. So myself, I'm running a fourth generation family business in marine and offshore industry. So we do wholesale trade lah. My great grandfather founded it about 75 or 6 years ago. So in regards to Enterprise Singapore and the grants and everything that you said with EDG, myself, I have personal experiences likewise with my predecessors lah. So essentially, I'm pivoting out, trying to set up a new startup. In this case, Andy have rightly pointed out, in the renewables energy sector. And where I'm at now is that I have many solutions, to be honest, because prior to this in the time that I spent in the UK, I've been very in touch and very inclined towards the whole progressiveness of this sustainability space in the UK and Europe. But I don't see quite the same happening in Singapore, and I feel that Singapore is lacking behind. So my motivation stems from there, and that's why I'm always getting in touch with all of these events, and thank you guys really for sharing the information as well as organizing the event for the potential solutions that I may bring, that the startup that I've created may bring. Yeah.
That sounds good. Yeah.
Just to understand, are you looking at renewable energy like capture kind of solutions? Is that what you have?
Okay, so specifically to the solutions, maybe I'll just share a bit with what we currently have in mind, and then maybe capture solution is you're saying energy capturing is maybe one thing, right? One thing. So one question that while you were presenting, you did mention like novel, right? That the solution has to be novel, has to be judged internally and all that. Now, how is it that what criteria will we be judged on? Because, for instance, just an example, right? I want to capture, say, hydrogen, for example, or even solar, right? This is technologies that has been created since 200 years ago. So how do I know what will then qualify for a novel solution that hasn't been touched before? Is it that I just do a simple tweak to make things more efficient? So let's say now my solar panels in the industry, they can collect X amount of energy. I can do it better. I can do it cheaper. Does it actually qualify? Is that one sort of criteria?
Okay. So to answer your questions, right? Okay. Let me just quote an example. Like for DMT, right? One of the challenge statement is on looking at how they can capture energy from a solution to power up their recreational space. So in fact, to be frank, from my understanding is that they do not have any sustainable technology right now that can do that in their in their so-called city. So they are looking at ways, new ways. I wouldn't say technology has to be new, but new ways to do that. Yeah.
Understand.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be a novel, like Nobel laureate kind of innovation kind of thing, but it just has to be something that has been proven and tested.
Yes, yes.
i.e., for example,
most important, the implementation part, when you implement and it really tested and it works. Yeah. I think
that's good to hear.
Most important part.
Yeah. I think to be honest, I get very excited when you say that, because perhaps maybe after this this call, we could take things private and have a deeper
sure. Can. Yeah, sure. I mean, even if you are keen, I mean, I can also connect you up with my colleagues within in this area, so that maybe you can share more info. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I think they may select a few solutions, right?
Yeah,
Not just one, right?
No.
And they'll be willing to trial a few to do some.
Yes.
Maybe they're all good, and maybe they might use different things for different areas.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is their whole intention.
Yeah. Okay. Tong Yi, you have any other questions for now?
For now, no. Maybe later.
Okay, thanks. Are you a engineer by training? Just to understand.
No, I'm not an engineer by training. I did management and economics in university, but my colleague who's also on this call is engineer by training.
Okay, welcome, and certainly good to connect and chat more. Okay, we go on to the next question. Okay, I got Felix here with a question.
2 years.
Let me scroll. Okay, most of the challenges are overlapping regards to the solution.
Yes.
Is there a single point of contact? Yeah.
To contact the so-called the corporate. At the moment, the corporate request not to, but you do. I mean, the so-called you are actually welcome to drop me an email so that I can actually help to collate these questions. Yeah. So this is the whole intention of the challenge, because right before this networking event, I actually was talking to a company, requesting to contact directly with the corporates, but just to be fair in this so-called the OI challenge, and also based on what the corporate has requested, so IPI will be the one liaising this the entire so-called Q&A lah.
Yeah. So not to bomb Ben's mailbox, do read the FAQs beforehand. See the challenge videos in full lah.
Yes.
So that you can save it from repeating the same answer a few times. Yeah.
So for the FAQ, I think a lot of technical question was being raised. So I do encourage you all to go and take a look. Yeah, I believe most of the question that you like to know, I think it's already there. Yeah.
Yeah, I do see. Felix point there is some overlapping in some of the requirements.
Of course. Yeah.
So if there is a solution you can provide to a few, then I think you can submit proposals for all of them lah.
Yeah. So you are not restricted to just one submission. You are actually encouraged to submit more into different challenge statement. Yeah.
Okay, let's go on. Anybody else has any other questions? If not, I welcome some of you who are local or not local to share a bit about what you do and which challenge statement you think you might like to participate in. I think it will be helpful. If not, later we'll break you up into the breakout rooms as well, into the 3 corporates. Then we can chat more in those rooms. But now, if you have a common question, just feel free to ask. We are here to share. Yeah. And see some of my friends here. So you all haven't asked anything yet. Anybody like to share? If I call some names of some of the guys here. Okay. Anybody? Okay. Maybe ask maybe Gohan might like to share a bit. Hello.
Hey, hi Gohan. Yeah.
This is Gakhan from Gakhan.
Yeah, hi.
There is a K in between.
Okay. Pardon me.
Okay, Gakhan. But if it's easy for you, Gakhan, it's okay. I'm from Istanbul.
Okay.
We're a company dealing with IoT business already since 2 years. Now we are going to international market for some products already in hand. And also we are looking for applications which will directly apply in the field. That's specific end products. because we were planning to sell these products to OEM market, but now we are looking after projects to apply this by ourselves. And I have done a health project of Abu Dhabi some 3 or 4 years ago, a mobile project, as a mobile health support project, but it was not applied due to some reasons at that time. So we are already in that market, and we participated in many exhibitions in the region also. So now I would like to participate in that challenge.
Okay. So you're asking whether how to participate, is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Will it be better to participate, partner with a Singapore company?
Yes,
or
you have to.
May I do it by myself?
In this challenge, is you have to partner with Singapore enterprise. Yes.
Okay, then will you help me for that?
Ken, if it's possible, right, you can actually go into the challenge portal that I showed just now. There is actually an email link. You can actually drop me the message through that email. I will then ask my colleague to actually to discuss with you to understand a bit more about your technology, and with that we will then follow up to identifying who are the possible Singapore enterprise that can help you, in terms of this partnership. Yeah. So
I sent a mail to that mail address 1 week ago, but I couldn't get any answer yet.
I don't see your email actually. If you want, you can actually, Andy, maybe you can share my email to him.
Can. If you're okay, I will put on the chat here, so those who need can email if you want. If not,
try not to bomb.
Gohan, if you want to, you can talk to me as well. We are very connected in Singapore. Good for us to understand your solution a bit and advise you. And if you want to come into the Asia market, we welcome you as well.
Perhaps Gohan, you can actually email to Andy first. So Andy will then link me up with you. Then we can talk from there. How about that?
Okay, what we are trying to do, I want to mention a little. It's about the latest technology. Okay, we are using, let's say, modems for communication. We are working on that with eSIM and with the new iSIM, and we partner with some large companies to apply this ahead of the announcement of the parts. So we are using the latest technology. That's our plus point for that kind of projects.
Okay.
And
do you have a website you could share with us?
It is just renewing because of this announcement, because it is just under construction at the moment, the new version. So
okay. No
just within at the end of the month, we will have it running fully with the new products.
Oh, okay. So perhaps you need to share with me more about your technology, so that my colleagues, which is in the digital area, they can actually help to look out at potential local SMEs, or to actually connect with you, because because this is how we do right now for overseas company that have an interest in this challenge. So we have worked with trade association that has overseas partners, so they do send us an email to say they are keen to to participate, but how. So that is how we first, what we do is that we need to understand the technology first before we go to identify the another company that is possible to match with your technology.
Okay, we are looking for a partner to implement our products, because we have the best hardware in hand. With latest technologies, Sigfox, LoRaWAN, and IoT, but with the latest one without SIM cards, etc. So we want to apply this in the field, and there are so many challenges, and I want my products to be applied in that project. So we are looking for partners, maybe on the software side, maybe on the field work side. Okay.
Sure. Definitely. I will most welcome to participate in this challenge. But we just need a little help from you in terms of the info, so that we can then help to facilitate this.
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gohan. Yep. Okay. Anybody else has any questions? Let's see. Okay. Funding from Abu Dhabi. Felix is mentioning something there, but yeah, maybe you're going to connect offline on that. Tech demo delegation to UAE. This is kind of a one kind of it, right? Already a tech demonstration.
Yeah, you will have, but that will be at a later phase lah. Because I think right now the arrangement is still unclear whether you have to go there and do the demo or you do it through a video. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, don't mind me asking. I have a question with regards to Abu Dhabi street lighting system within Ruwais city.
Oh, and not okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So of course, this is not just going to be us, like as in Singapore, EDG and all with ADN, ADNOC, right? It will be. Yeah, it will be also with the municipals for transport and basically the government there, because it's street lighting, right? They don't really own the streets, do they?
Oh no, the ADNOC case, they own the UAE city.
Okay, so they are the decision makers.
Yeah, they are the decision maker. Yeah.
And of course, it will just be a simple relationship of I have solutions.
Yeah.
Right? And then I'll implement for you. You pay me a fee, and this will be a profitable thing, right? Like as in, it's not like like a request for proposal kind of thing. It's like if they select me, then I can sell them my service and my solution for a profit, right? This is sort of that kind of.
Well, you for ADNOC case perhaps so, but as I say, for DMT wise, they are also looking it as like getting operator to operate this solution at their city. So end of the day, you will have to not apart from just coming up with the solution, that you have to be maintain it, have a business model how to
and in terms of my manpower, which is based here, how do we go about bridging that gap, right?
I think this detail coming to this level of detail, I think you will have to discuss with them.
Sure.
Yeah, because we do not have access to it. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
My input for you, Tong Yi, from a practical point of view, we have also asked him Ben that question. Is that we are all in Singapore, we can't travel now. Yeah. So as long as the solution may be prototype here or some setup here, and then they need to match you to some partners there that can do deployment on your behalf. Yeah. So the goods can travel, the people could not. Yeah.
So I'll just maybe share a bit more. There are actually one of the local SME has requested to get connected with their local SI, system integrator at Abu Dhabi. So what I can do, right, because Enterprise Singapore does have a global office over there. They do have connection with this kind of company. So if you are keen, we can actually, link you up with them so that, we'll help you to, get your thing, as in your proposal developed in such a way that it actually can be readily deployed at there. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Not to worry about that. Yeah.
Sure.
I think a common question is, I would say, if you have some technology that you could use in part of that solution that the problem statement is asking for, you could submit a proposal because not everybody might have all the solutions, but IPI will be assessing all the proposals on each of their merits, and then I think if there's opportunity to mix and match, you can, right? I believe.
You can, yeah. It's actually the decision still lies with the corporates So I mean, the corporates is not looking at just one proposal. I believe they are also looking at multiple proposals, the better one to maybe integrate together. Yeah. So this is not there's no hard rule to say that it might have to come from one proposal. Yeah.
So I think everybody who has a technology to offer that can help to solve those complex requirements would help certainly. Even integrators.
I mean, of course, from our side, IPI side, we also have to do link up with potential company with those another company. So I mean, if any company are keen, we do have to link up, facilitate this kind of potential partnership before you even submit the proposal.
Sure.
Okay. Anybody else has any other questions? Yeah. Felix, you'd like to introduce yourself, share your knowledge on what you think can help a little bit for everybody's inputs.
Yeah.
Okay, hi,
Hi,
I'm
Felix.
Felix. I've been mentoring for a couple of years now, and my experience with Abu Dhabi is at a United Nations level. So you know, the UN is divided into the rich people who wear suits and shake hands, and the other people who actually do all the work. So I belong to the group that does all the work. We often get, and I still have an existing invitation to go over and sit down with their innovation teams to solve problems. But the reality is that they are pretty slow at this.
Yes.
And we've been talking since 2015, and it's been 6 years already.
Yes.
And they don't have a talent pool. So the locals are very rich. I have to draw a line between the locals and others, because expats are others, Filipino workers are others, and the locals are only 100 over 1,000 people. And the 100 over 1,000 people control 90% of the money. That's as simple. The Brits are very close to UAE. I don't see Abu Dhabi as Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi is not just Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi is UAE, United Arab Emirates.
Yeah.
There are 7 brothers, and Abu Dhabi is the biggest brother with the most money.
Yeah.
Dubai is a poor brother trying to imitate Singapore. So most of the time, everyone's fishing for ideas, and the only way that I see that we can actually get into this game is if we run on a BOT. That means build, operate, transfer, or BOTS, build, operate, transfer, share. There is no other way I've seen this work, because if you go in there as a SME, you are required to be there for 24 months and execute the your offering. And by that time, they would have learned enough from you to buy you out. And if an exit of like maybe 2 to 5 million is what you want, then go ahead. But the reality is there's a lot more money to be made than 2 to 5 million now. And the infrastructure execution has a lot of under-table things. So you have to be cautious about all that. There are a lot. I can go on for 2 hours. So, but the reality is, I think to cut it short, what someone needs to combine all the different skill sets and work as a team to get in. Because if every single person thinks that they have the solution to everything, it doesn't work. They don't have the full power. Number one, they don't have the how do you say, the experience to work with the locals that you will find sometimes quite frustrating. You have to offer free gifts in order for things to work. Not exactly the best way to do it, but seems to be the only way. And expats, we are expats, by the way, and expats have very little rights in that country. As you know, it's a predominantly Muslim, and the rules, they can stone you any time of the day if they want to. But you can pretty much, if you go to Abu Dhabi, you can see immediately two very clear things: the ultra rich and everybody else. And all the icons that they build are from oil money. And right now, they are having, Big Brother has told them, please do not depend on oil. This is a very clear message. It's been around for 2015 or 2013 actually. From now onwards, we will not try to depend on oil. Oil is not the answer to our problem. Oil was given to us by our grandfathers, but it is a startup funding, and we have to proceed further without oil. So in 2016, we were offered free electricity, all the electricity you want, to go to Dubai and create Bitcoin. So I was mining in 2014. So we said, wow, this is fantastic. But when we read the final print, begin to realize that there are a lot of little hooks inside there which can get you tangled up, and they can take over the operation overnight, just like that. They'll give you the entire hotel to run Bitcoin mining, whole entire hotel, and free electricity. But at the end of the day, they will just take over everything and kick you out or put you in prison. That depends on how we want to do it. So we decided not to go with that. We went to the Russian side to do Bitcoin instead. They are now putting solar panels in the desert. They are surprisingly, the temperatures of 40 plus only happen in the early afternoons, because in the morning it's very foggy in the morning. So you'll be very surprised that when we proposed earlier on to capture water from the air, because it's very foggy, we can pick up water. Oh, by the way, they've been recycling all the shit and urine for the longest time. So new water is not new to them. Yeah, so I think water and energy are the two things they are currently focused at, but they like to show off. So yeah, a little bit like A-Star, you know, you only do one thing good one time. You only need to do one time. You fly this helicopter around with a man in it. Wow, you know, fantastic. So I would be cautious if this was not a team effort. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Felix. Felix, one of our mentors.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah. Okay, Gohan
Yes,
got a question.
Marhaba.
Yeah, Gohan, you might unmute. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I have some experience in Abu Dhabi, so that's why I want to add some points. Okay, they are very rich, but they don't like to spend money. They expect you to make investment and pay tax and rent to them. So don't expect to get so much money from them. Okay, and partnership, because I know higher emirs in that country.
I see.
And we had made the project, and maybe I can show you some 1 or 2 pages of the project. It's a challenging project. May I show it? Just 1 or 2 pages. Just
Sure. Go ahead. Let me give you the chance to share. Yeah.
Turkey, very close neighbors to UAE and to Azerbaijan and to Georgia and all the rest of the South EU areas.
How can I make it?
Yeah, you can share now. Yeah.
So this is the CareMe project that I have made for Abu Dhabi, because they have invited me to establish a hospital. I said, why
Not on the, it's not sharing on the screen. Are you sharing something? Yeah.
Oh. So where is the screen that I'm sharing? How do I find it? What do you see?
You might want to enlarge the document that you are going to share. Then you
same page with this. So.
Yeah.
Not sharing at the moment. Yeah.
Both disabled parts for sharing the same. So what do you see? Can you see this?
No, you can't see anything.
What is the problem with that? Share screen. Okay. Who can share? All participants. Okay, everything is okay.
So, Tongi, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Yes.
You did mention just now briefly about street lighting, did you?
Yes.
Actually, the most amazing thing is that Turkey has had very efficient street lighting.
Yeah.
There's independent and it's running in places like Cappadocia, and even Ephesus. They have all these street lightings which are totally independent. There's no wiring at all. They all stand alone. So they use both wind and solar, and they power the streets at night.
Yeah.
And somehow that was proposed to Abu Dhabi, but they don't seem to be interested.
Okay. I think there are a few things that what you have mentioned that really excited me was you did mention this BOTS model, right? So essentially, what I understood from this is that the best model that works for them is you go in, okay, you give expertise, you give knowledge, you give know-how, you build, but the ownership ultimately lies with us. However, what is done right now is that they, as in the UAE, owns it. They will sort of like steal our knowledge, our know-how, our expertise, our skills, and then they will own it. That's essentially what I kind of get.
Okay,
right?
okay. Let me try to simplify. I try to simplify, but I will not try to, put down anyone. All right. So just imagine China about maybe 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Now they are dying and thirsty for new stuff and all the rest, etc., etc. And then they will copy and try to reverse engineer. Now, Abu Dhabi is no different in their thirst for practical solutioning, but they have been courted by all the Brits. The Brits have courted them for ages. The Europeans. Funnily enough, mostly the Brits and the Europeans, and not so much the Americans. And they've been giving them all these things for free, in exchange for example, British Petroleum gave up the entire petrol business just to service Azerbaijan and UAE. All the petrol stations for BP are gone. and they just focus on just UAE and Azerbaijan.
Yeah.
And the key purpose is they have to park their butts there permanently. So you need an office there permanently to keep an eye on everything else, to build the camaraderie, to grease the right places, you know, and stuff like that.
Yes.
And the BOTS, why? Because if you take up all your clothes, it's pretty much obvious. They can easily copy everything. So you need to keep something back. And I guess you can always say we have always got a 20% improvement every year, which if you cut us off, the R&D is gone, and you're going to be in shit house, and your boss isn't going to like you, etc., etc., etc. But in a a la Malaysia, once a minister owns it, he wouldn't let it die.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much like how it works there.
Understand. It's a reality that we have to face, and I think the challenge is to still find a room for us to maneuver in with the reality that is presented to us. So if there's no room, then there's really no point, right? But yeah, happy to have this conversation with you. After.
Yeah.
Sure,
Okay.
sure.
I summarize for you lah. Find a good partner, work together, benefit, win-win for everybody. Yeah. Kokan, you want to share something?
Yes, sure, but I couldn't get it on your screen. How can I
Okay.
do it? It doesn't allow me to select the screen that I'm sharing.
Okay.
So that's
Maybe
the
some
problem.
technical issue. Okay. Tell you what, maybe we have something like a corporate thing you want to share, we can always send to everybody after the event lah. Something small. Yeah.
Andy, administrator, I think you have to give him rights to share, right?
He has the rights to share lah. So never mind. Let's do
Yes,
the breakout room, and
okay,
we
I
can
can send this data to everybody. No
yeah.
problem, but just as a warning, making in Abu Dhabi is difficult. Dubai is easier. They have different strategy for making business. Okay, everything is very expensive in Abu Dhabi. If you want to start an office, you must pay full year rent also in Dubai, but it is 10 times more expensive than Dubai. And everybody goes there to make an investment or to get a business, okay, contract. No, they say first you must rent a place with that expensive rents, okay? Then you wait for 1 year, 2 years, and they never make a business with you, and you lost your money only. So this is such a difficult thing, but we have made a very good partnership with a company locally, a large company, for this Care Me project. It was for 65,000 elderly people to check their health from home and to supply online service at first. And then if there is no solution for the health problem, easily then send an ambulance. It was a total project. Cars are designed, advertisement campaigns are designed, everything was ready. And also Sheikh decided to pay the cost for all 7 states, 7 emirates. They said this project is very good, so we will pay the cost for that. But then due to some reasons, it stopped. So it is still not done yet.
So I would say maybe some technical expertise or some solutions that's really outstanding would be a better chance lah, right, Ben, to get through and be supported. So I think that's what we will focus on lah. Okay, I'm going to open up the breakout rooms. We have 3 rooms, and one for ADNOC, one for DMT, and one for Mazda lah. So whichever one you're interested in, you can go in there. I will be in the first one for ADNOC, and Jimmy will be in the second one for DMT, and Felix will be in the third one for Mazda, and then we can chat there lah. Yeah, if there's nobody there, you want to jump around, feel free to. If not, we'll just end off with just one picture. Whoever is here would like to turn on your video, we just take a group picture to see you lah. Yeah, whoever is comfortable lah, where you are. Yeah, just turn on your video so we can see you. Okay. Okay, anybody else? If not, I'll just take the picture. Okay, so at the camera, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I got that. Oh, okay, wait, sorry, one more. One more time, 3, 2, 1, smile. Okay, thank you. I will start the breakout rooms now. Okay, thank you everybody for joining, and we'll send you post this event some emails with the slide shared, and feel free to connect with me and chat with me if you have anything. Okay, thank you everybody. See you in the breakout room, and we'll end from there. Thank you.